Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure having you guys supporting me. You've been really subscribing, you've been commenting, you've been sharing my link with your friends and families, and you've been liking. So thank you so much guys for that support. If you're new here, my name is Monica. If you've not subscribed, welcome. Subscribe down below, hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe, you're not charged anything. And if you subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to still listen to my videos. And kindly share. Thank you so much guys. So in today's video I'm going to talk about my mental health, or my mental state when I was pregnant. How was my mental health? How did I cope with pregnancy? How did I just carry on? And considering that I'm away from home, or I was away from home, away from family, in a country where I don't know people, in a country where I know few, maybe the people I've known, maybe I've known them for a short time. So so here we're going to discuss how I coped, or how was my mental health in general. So I'll start by, earlier I mentioned that it was not easy for me to accept the pregnancy. Well, I wouldn't say it was not easy, but it came in as a shock. And for that reason, my mental health was really affected. Because I was thinking, I'm a student, I need to pay my school fees, I need to pay my rent, I need to pay my bills, I need to send something to my family back at home, and I have a human being growing in me, and I've never been pregnant again. So it was really something new. As a new mom, it was really challenging. So something that really happened really early in my pregnancy, well, I didn't have the morning sickness or the cravings. I didn't have major issues during my pregnancy, but physically, or yeah, the only thing that happened to me was mentally. I was not stable, I was not okay. So one time, I remember very early in my pregnancy, is I lost sleep. I could not sleep. I had insomnia during most of my pregnancy, and it was very traumatizing. I don't know if anyone has ever lost sleep. Even if you're not pregnant, just put down in the comment, let's share this. Have you ever lost sleep during the night? Everyone else is sleeping, and some of the people sleeping are snoring, and they are enjoying their sleep, and then you're there not able to sleep, and then during the day you're awake. So all the 24-hour you're awake. And mind you, when you're pregnant, you need rest, because you have a human being growing in you. You need to be very stable mentally, physically, spiritually. You need to eat well, you need to exercise. So for me, it was really hard. So I didn't get to I was not sleeping for the longest time. So I was a student. I was going to school. I used to go to school, and one time my lecturer just realized that it's like I had a problem. So I shared in my other video that my lecturer asked, okay, he didn't, he made this statement that he keeps telling the students to submit their assignments in Word form, but some students still submit their assignments in PDF form. And the some student that he was talking about was me. And when he made that statement, I laughed, and I thought, who does that? And then the lecturer, when he realized I was laughing, he said, it's you, Monica, I'm talking about you. You keep submitting your assignment in PDF form, while I've explained and said again and again, submit your assignment in Word form. So I was so embarrassed. I felt bad. But anyway, after the class, when we were going for lunch, my lecturer, he was African. He was so nice. So he asked me, he said, he asked me to stay behind while everyone else was going out. And he was a counselor. He was running a counseling sessions for students and even the public. So he asked me to stay back, and then he asked me if I had any problem, what was troubling me, because mind you, I was doing a mental health class, a mental health diploma, and my lecturer was a counselor, a mental health counselor. So he could see that I had a problem. I had trouble concentrating in class. I would just cry, and then I would doze off in class because I didn't sleep at night. And then I was always absent-minded. He would call my name, and I would think he's calling someone else, whereas I was the only Monica in our class. So I was so out of place. But thank God he realized. I didn't know who to go to. I didn't know where to go to. In fact, the funniest thing is this. I had gotten to a place where I had started taking sleep tablets. I bought them at over the counter from the chemist. So I went to the doctor, to the GP, and I told the GP that I have trouble sleeping. So my GP told me there's nothing, she can't give me any medicine or any tablets because I'm pregnant, because the tablet is going to affect my baby. But the insomnia was too much. I couldn't bear it. I was getting like sick because of lack of sleep. I was fatigued, and mind you, I was still working. I was still going to school. So it got to a place I couldn't perform at my work. I couldn't perform at school. At home, I was always moody because of lack of sleep and fatigue. So my doctor, my GP, she said she won't give me anything. So I was so frustrated. I went to the pharmacy and I bought the medicine, the tablets for sleep. And because of course they accepted to sell to me, they didn't ask me any questions. So I bought the tablets. I started taking the tablets, and then I was so paranoid. I thought, okay, I'm taking the tablets, that means my baby won't sleep. So even if I took the tablet, I could still not sleep because of the paranoia. But anyway, I just got to a place and I took the tablets, I put them in the toilet, and I flushed the toilet because it was getting out of hand. And at the same time, I was afraid of losing my baby, because at this point my baby is growing. I've started feeling the kicks, and then if I take the tablets, the kicks went down. So I was so afraid. Anyway, I stopped taking the tablets. So back to my lecturer. So my lecturer asked me to stay back. I stayed back. He asked me what was the problem. I couldn't really tell what was my problem. I didn't know how to express myself, but I just started crying. It was so sad. And so I just started crying, and he said, it's okay. He asked me if I was happy to come in for counseling sessions for therapy, and I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. So he booked me in as a priority client. I was booked in, I think, the next week. So guys, I think this video is going to be too long, and I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to do a part 2 of the same. I'll just separate them into two videos so that it's not too long. So I'll upload this one, then watch out for part 2. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.